Andrew, you've got to stop making really interesting tanks. I'm going to make a center cap for that wheel on both sides, and I've got these. And it should work for what I found reference for the GEPARD. If it doesn't stick, I'm just going to drill a little teeny hole and put a small magnet in, which will then stick to the actual bolt on the tank. All right, let me see if this works out. Oh, and it's just the usual. Funny enough, it's exactly the same size as it was for the Centurion's machine gun port. So it's, give me a tick, I'll tell you what it is. 6mm plastic rod. Let's see if we can do this. And again, to cut it off, saw blade. I can't do it with one hand. And then turn your drill on, hold your saw blade, and it'll chop it off. And you can mark exactly how big you want it. It's the best way of cutting it. On large rod. On small rod, you can just use a scalpel and roll it across and you can snap it. But big rod, this is easiest. And it just so happens the gap in there is 6, which is the same as this. So that is a useful little coincidence. Stuck my finger, but we'll get it in there. All right, we'll sort that out. Let's get the bolt detail on it and we'll get the fit a bit better. So look, something like that. There's a GEPARD and it has it like bolt detail with a hole in the middle. And then on the Leopard that the tank is in, which is the same hole, it has bolts that are, it has no hole. I'm going to put the ones with holes in because that's the picture I found on the GEPARD. You can always feel the hole, can't you? We'll stick this on and then we'll stick it in the gap and I'll show you what it looks like. The cool thing is, sorry, if you cut it off with the saw, it leaves a nipple in the middle and then that bolt will fit straight on it. That's useful, isn't it? The problem we have is it's very shallow there on the wheel to get these in. I was going to do a stud to try and put into the hole or use a magnet. So I've kind of done both. I've done a magnet, but that didn't work very well. So I'm going to use the ambiguous double-sided tape. You can still get it off and it'll stick in and just cover up that bolt detail. If you lose it, you lose it, but it's not hard to make. And with the bolt detail, you can make that up yourself, actually. With a bit of plastic, you can turn it to the shape of a bolt. I've got to work out where I got this from. Let me stick it in and I'll show you what it looks like. And there we go. With the double-sided tape, they're quite tight anyway, but with the tape, it really sticks it on there. And they're not going to go anywhere. I'm pretty much sure DKL MRC will come out with some sprockets or something or other where that you can do that. Or what you could do is just, because these are slightly proud, you could just get a small washer that is slightly proud and then put the actual bolt through it, because that will look kind of like the detail that's on there. But I hope that's all right, fellas. Sorry, I've got to stop it because, yeah. But I think it looks a bit better. I might chuck some NATO green on them just quickly and then show you it. And that's we've got, oh sorry, paintbrush in my mouth. And that's we've got old Tammy NATO green on. So that's a pretty close match. I think it's bad. And they're not going anywhere. They are stuck on there with the double-sided tape. But because it's double-sided tape, we can remove it. Yeah, I tried with the magnet at first, but I didn't really do it. So look, there we go. I don't know if you guys find this interesting or not, but it might be something you want to try and do. I have no idea where I got those flipping nuts from. I'll try and find out in the link. It's from Model Car Shop, I think, for 124th model cars. Anyway, I've got to go and get me dinner because I'm right in the poop now. All right, I'll see you in a bit.